Ryan Garcia wanted his fans to understand that his championship battle against Devin Haney, who is the super lightweight champion, was worthy of being fought on the most prestigious platform in boxing. Thus, keep watching this video to see why Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia will be one-sided. Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney are going to compete for a championship. On February 23rd, Ryan posted a message on social media that said, "This is an MGM Vegas fight. Doing everything we can to bring this to Vegas and giving this fight what it deserves." There was a hitch, however, and that was the fact that his promoter, Oscar De La Hoya, had already declared 2 days previously that the battle would be held in NYC. Consequently, it is possible that the boxers themselves were just as perplexed as the viewers of the sport about the reason why 2 Californians would travel across the nation for their battle on April 20th. "All I want is for this battle to take place in Las Vegas," Garcia said at his hotel in New York, a day before the combatants would hold their introductory press conference. He added, "I've been on the record saying that anyway, but I don't want to get too into it. I'm delighted to fight in New York City since this battle is going to take place wherever it's going to take place. There's no issue with me. I'll bring the energy, and it's going to be fantastic." Both of these boxers competed in one of the most important fights in the sport's history, which took place in Las Vegas. Haney defended his championship against Vasily Lomachenko in his penultimate fight at lightweight before stepping up to the 140-pound limit. On the other hand, Garcia was stopped by Gervonta Davis in April, a month before Haney defended his titles against Lomachenko of the lightweight division. Due to the fact that Canelo Alvarez, the most popular boxer in the world, is scheduled to fight there on May 4th, De La Hoya said there was a possibility that fans would not pay a premium for tickets to 2 events that were so close together. Aside from that, he's of the opinion that it is necessary to introduce Garcia, who already has a significant following on social media, to a new audience. "The greats, the best, fought in New York in order to become a world champion," said De La Hoya. He added, "Not a champion from Las Vegas, not a champion from California, but a world champion from across the globe. And because of this, I've always believed that fighters who want to become international celebrities had to compete in New York. This is the reason why we are here." Additionally, Haney seemed to have a lower level of difficulty with the Big Apple City, because he fought once as a professional in New York at the more intimate theater at Madison Square Garden, and he planned to return to the city before a larger audience, despite the fact that Las Vegas is now his home. The statement that Haney made was, "I just hoped it would be in Vegas, but I'm not mad about New York. The media capital of the world. This is a fantastic opportunity. We are able to make this thing as huge as it ought to be because there are so many eyes out there, and I believe that it's going to be fantastic. To my mind, it is going to be just as enjoyable as if it were taking place in Las Vegas." On the other side, Garcia has overcome his initial fear, even though he continues to question the rationale of the upcoming boxing situation. Garcia stated, "My thing is that when I come to the East Coast, I want to fight somebody who is from New York and has ties to the East Coast, like maybe fight Teofimo here. He hails from Brooklyn, which is a wonderful combination. When it comes to Devin Haney, however, it's 2 boxers from the West Coast. It's true that we could pull it off, and we could even sell it out, but I simply couldn't get my head around it." Although he acknowledges that they will earn less money than they would in Las Vegas owing to the greater expenditures connected with contractors manning the event, De La Hoya believes that it is beneficial. On the other hand, Ryan claims that it will still draw the largest live gate in the history of New York. Devin Haney, according to trainer Abel Sanchez, would defeat Ryan Garcia in a manner that is even more devastating than what he accomplished against Regis Prograis. Sanchez is of the opinion that Ryan is not prepared to face a fighter with the technical abilities and experience of Haney, who had just won the WBC Light Welterweight Championship with a record of 31-0 with 15 knockouts. The recent performance that Ryan gave against Oscar Duarte on December 2nd, in which he struggled and seemed confused, demonstrated that he's not on the same level as Haney, Shakur Stevenson, Regis Prograis, or Sobrio Matias, according to Abel. Sanchez believes that Matias, the current IBF 140-pound champion, would defeat Ryan Garcia in an ugly way, causing him to suffer a significant defeat. Considering that Ryan has a fantastic following on social media with his 11 million Instagram followers, the former trainer Sanchez believes that Ryan has the potential to become a major celebrity if he's promoted properly. However, he also believes that Ryan is not yet prepared to compete with any of the top players. In addition, Sanchez is of the opinion that a battle between Ryan and Ergashev, a very skilled former amateur star who has a record of 23-1 with 20 knockouts, would be an interesting and exciting bout. On the other side, Oscar De La Hoya, the managing director of Golden Boy, most likely would not want to take the chance of making the fight. The shots that Ergashev delivered on Matias in the first 2 rounds of their fight on November 25th would very certainly torpedo Ryan Garcia, causing him to fall to the ground and be knocked out. Bernard Hopkins is the world's foremost authority in boxing knowledge. There aren't many, but when you have the opportunity to ask the former undisputed middleweight champion about the WBC Super Lightweight Championship fight between Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney on April 20th, you take advantage of that information. In spite of the fact that he is now working as a co-promoter at Golden Boy Promotions with Oscar De La Hoya, Hopkins continues to be the same honest fighter he was when he was at the height of his boxing career. Therefore, Hopkins stated, "During bouts, I've seen Haney come up with modifications. Backing up, I've seen him give it his all. I've seen him engage in a battle from right to left as well as from left to right. In addition to that, I've seen him being hostile. The one thing that he does not possess, if you're interested in discussing the disadvantages, is power. It is common knowledge that in the sport of boxing, if you do not possess any power, your opponent will realize it after 12 rounds of 3 minutes each. The only way to stop Ryan Garcia from being Ryan Garcia is with a punch." Despite the fact that Haney has a significant advantage in this matchup between two former amateur competitors, Hopkins considers the contest to be even, which is consistent with their previous encounters. It has been alleged that Haney and Garcia fought 6 battles together in the unpaid ranks. He added, "No one is expecting Ryan Garcia to have an easy night, but no one is saying that he doesn't have a chance. It's possible that I'll say 60-40 Devin one week, and then the next week I may say 60-40 Garcia. But there's no way that one of the two guys will win 80-20. They are physically familiar with one another. What may potentially make the difference is when one of the guys does something that the other person might not have anticipated." Eddie Hearn, the promoter, has said that Ryan Garcia will be in a tough spot in terms of his career if he's unsuccessful in his bout against Devin Haney on April 20th. The point that Hearn is trying to make here is that if Ryan were to suffer a defeat, it would be particularly difficult for him to get lucrative matches against other top fighters. Hearn stated, "There's no rehydration clause, and Devin is really difficult to beat. It's not like you're in with a guy who is a bit limited, and you can find a way. Devin is very tricky and very skillful. So again, if Ryan loses this fight, he's not in a great position, but he's also young." To put it another way, Hearn is more inclined to favor Haney than Ryan, and in a sense, he is forecasting that Ryan Garcia will be eliminated from the boxing game. Please share your thoughts on who you believe will emerge victorious in the upcoming boxing battle by leaving a comment below. And that wraps things up. We appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Please hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one.